In the heart of modern warfare, one symbol has remained iconic for over a century, the tank. But as technology evolves and battlefields transform, its role is being redefined like never before. In this video, we'll explore modern tank warfare through the lens of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. What can we learn from this new age of combat, and what does the future hold for tanks on the battlefield?
Today, we're diving into the changing face of tank warfare, how it's been redefined by the Ukrainian conflict, and what this means for future military strategy. From new tactics to cutting-edge technology, tanks are being pushed to their limits. Let's break it down. Historically, tanks were the backbone of ground combat, a symbol of brute force and power. But in the modern networked battlefield, their role is being radically redefined. Today, tanks are not only about firepower, but also about maneuverability and resilience. One major shift we've seen is the emphasis on combined arms warfare, where tanks don't operate in isolation, but work in coordination with infantry, air support, and artillery. In Ukraine, this integration is crucial. Tanks rely on networked systems, feeding real-time data into a broader combat strategy, making them smarter and more flexible. Ukraine's military strategy has highlighted the importance of tank maneuverability, not just in open fields, but in urban settings, where quick responses can mean the difference between success and failure. Tanks have to be resilient, capable of adapting to dynamic threats like drones and advanced anti-tank missiles. So tanks today aren't just about mass, they're about adaptability in an increasingly complex battlefield. Ukraine's conflict has introduced some innovative tank tactics. Both Russia and Ukraine have shown how quickly traditional warfare is evolving. Ambush tactics, decoys, and urban warfare have become critical components of tank operations. For example, Ukraine has effectively used decoys and surprise ambushes to disrupt Russian armored columns. Tanks no longer just roll over the terrain, they lie in wait, blending with their surroundings, often hidden by terrain or even camouflaged in urban areas. Urban combat has become a major challenge. Tanks must now navigate narrow streets, avoiding anti-tank ambushes, all while still providing support to infantry. This shift has led to a rethinking of tank vulnerabilities and tactics. The advent of modern anti-tank weapons, like Javelin missiles, has changed everything. These missiles can target tanks from a distance, making traditional armored advancements riskier. As a result, tanks are being used more conservatively and in coordination with other units, rather than as the tip of the spear. Technology is transforming tank warfare in ways we could have only imagined a few decades ago. Drones, thermal imaging, and precision-guided munitions have given tanks a new kind of awareness on the battlefield. Drones have become an integral part of the battlefield, providing live surveillance and identifying targets for tanks to engage. Thermal imaging gives crews the ability to see through smoke, fog, and darkness, critical in today's unpredictable environments. On top of that, precision-guided munitions allow tanks to strike targets at much longer ranges with greater accuracy, reducing the risk of exposure. The combination of these technologies makes tanks more precise and lethal than ever before. We're witnessing a real-time evolution of tank designs too. Newer tanks are being optimized for greater mobility and enhanced protection against modern anti-tank systems. As we analyze the Ukrainian conflict, one thing is clear. Tanks are still a critical part of modern warfare, but their role has changed. Tanks must be strategically integrated with other units, and their tactics must adapt quickly to counter new threats. Both Russia and Ukraine have learned valuable lessons about tank vulnerability and resilience. The future of tank warfare will likely be shaped by how effectively tanks can evolve and integrate with new technologies.
Looking ahead, we'll likely see tanks becoming more autonomous, with greater reliance on AI to help with targeting movement and battlefield coordination. The question is, will they remain as a central element of warfare, or will they evolve into something entirely new?
This leads us to the big question: are tanks becoming obsolete? With the rise of drones, cyber warfare, and autonomous systems, many argue that the days of the traditional tank are numbered. But the future of tank warfare is far from settled. In fact, new technologies are emerging that could revolutionize the role of tanks. We're already seeing autonomous tank systems in development. These could one day work without human crews, navigating the battlefield and engaging targets independently. Whether tanks will remain a central force in future wars or be relegated to a support role is still up for debate. But one thing is clear. The conflict in Ukraine is a pivotal moment in tank warfare history, and its lessons will shape military doctrine for years to come. So, what do you think? Will tanks continue to dominate the battlefield, or are they on their way out? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the evolution of tank warfare, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content on the future of warfare. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.